Authorization and docking code received and verified. Welcome, Starfinder, to Absalom Station.
Well, greetings and salutations, travelers. We come to you from travelers in space. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably get the copyright from the Muppets on that one. Welcome. We are taking our first delve into the wide, wonderful world of Starfinder, following the adventure path of incident at Absalom Station. I'm going to let everybody sort of introduce themselves, and I'm going to, I guess, sort of dive right in and get everybody going here. So starting with Colin.
We introduce just ourselves or the characters too?
Well, your character as well, to a certain extent.
Okay, well, I am Colin. Thank you for joining us today. I am playing the role of an android called Sophia. She is a follower of the Black Butterfly and consequently does not talk very often and has an... So this will be interesting.
All right, and Kane.
Hello, I'm Kane, and I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this character voice going, but I'm playing Rod Steele, disgraced mercenary of Absalom Station.
That's awesome. Okay, and Alex.
I'm Alex. I'm playing Gon, the Ysoki mechanic.
Adam.
I am playing Waydaga, Muralin, Thooba, or basically just Wade to everybody.
Yeah, I ain't
a
gonna be able to
Sarcesian.
say none of that.
Yeah, is Wade. He's a Sarcesian, which is and it is not in the core rulebook. So we're getting a race that's not in the core rulebook. It is if anyone goes looking for it. It is legit. But he is a mystic who became a mystic and started following the Black Butterfly. He doesn't talk much about his background or past or anything. He's kind of just discovering this new thing that had into him, and so.
Great, awesome. And last but not least, we have Mal.
Last but not most, they call me Orange Joe, and I'm going to be playing Yudah, is his name. He's a Kasathan youth from a far-off place known as Kasatha, who's out on his tempering, which is what they go when they're young enough that in such a strict traditional culture, they all have to leave for some time and find the common traditions of the galaxy, build them into their own world. But the problem was he kind of got lost along the way and spent a lot of time just kind of bumming around on the edge of the system until he wore out somebody's patience and found himself shanghaied onto a shuttle heading for the Absalom Station, forcibly making him continue his adventures. He does not really want to do it.
So you're on Alien Rumspringer, is what I'm getting.
Alien Rumspringer, exactly. And then he had too much of the rum and not enough of the spring, which is what they did this problem. There you go. The Ballad of Orange Joe.
All right. So to begin our adventure here, everybody minus Sophia is currently aboard a shuttle that is heading towards Absalom Station. And you do have a bit of time before you dock to sort of get to know each other, if you so choose.
No one. No one talks. No one talks to each other.
Yudah is snoring loudly underneath his hood. He's kind of leaned over like that. And he just kind of looks like a normal person until from his robe, a third hand comes up and scratches his nose.
How many people are there on the shuttle?
It's just a transport shuttle, as far as you can tell. It's pretty much just yourselves and a couple other people in there. I would say probably 3 or 4, but they seem to be keeping to themselves. Mostly look like merchants and just general travelers.
Now, Rod is sat across the way from Orange Julius, and he's got the same armor on. You see him in his. But don't make that face at me, Adam. in his character portrait. And he's got the helmet down, but behind the helmet, he's just staring right at Malcolm's character because he can't stand the snoring. It's just driving him nuts. The hum of the engine, the ratty old clanging around of the outdated systems, he could sleep through that, but that just like him sawing logs in his sleep is just. Ooh.
Gon will like. I guess there's windows or something, viewports.
Yeah.
Of some sort. He's just pushing his face, against the glass.
Fair enough.
Wade would probably go over to on and down as far as he could, considering he's like 13 feet tall and Gon is probably 2 feet tall. And he will say, "Have you to Absalom Station before?"
Oh no, I have not been to the station before. It is my first time. And I'm very excited.
Oh, but my voice is bad.
Have never been there. Hey, I had an uncle that talked like that, so and he was Japanese so not that bad. In fact, he was worse with it. He would say to Gon, "Perhaps then we can see the sights together on our way to the Starfinder. That is where I am headed."
Ah, I see. You must see very far from up there. I take it.
Yes, but I miss some of the details that you find there.
That may be true. You might speak the truth about that. Yeah.
Rod's got a loose. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you know anything about the station? I have heard very little about my cousin. He told me a little bit before I came here. See.
There's a few blinks of his big black eyes, and his ears twitch a bit, but he goes, "Nothing that would pertain to nice. But the rumors also say that it is a wonderful place to find things you are looking for."
Well, the way I see it, you have to know the bad stuff too, so you can avoid it. Otherwise, you can't just have the nice stuff,
He does smile at that. He nods his head, kind of straightens up a bit because his back is starting to.
Rod's got like a little piece of debris, like maybe like an old screw that's come loose over the years, and the visor of his helmet's come up by now, and he's just got that dead-eyed, murderous stare you get when you've tried to ignore something for the past half an hour and it's just not happening.
Just waiting for the wrench to hit him in the neck.
And he's just got that screw pinned between his middle finger and his thumb, and he's just arcing it to land right in Orange Julius's open, snoring mouth.
And as he's getting ready to do this, you hear the announcement come over. "Well, we're now approaching Absalom Station, Dock 94. Please prepare to disembark." Now, Sophia as well, by the way, has been told by Duravor that she's to meet the offloading members of what he's trying to assemble in terms of a party itself. So I'm just going to switch us over to the next screen here. And so you offload into this little area here that's sort of denoted by the emergency line. So I'm just going to ask you guys to stay within that. You can organize yourselves however you choose within that and move around within. Just try not to move outside of that right now. And you guys disembark, and you see standing there this a female-looking android, just sort of waiting patiently and just sort of staring at the airlock.
Not to be picky, but I do have to be I have to be stretched out, right? I'm not allowed
No, you're
to
completely right.
occupy
Yeah.
one
You
square.
are a large creature. That is correct. I forgot.
That makes it so weird.
It is weird.
Giant freak.
Well,
So
plus that makes it more interesting for me.
when Yudah comes to, he'll kind of meander off the thing, maybe cough up a screw, but we'll leave that up to the imagination of the world. And he'll come on out, and the first thing he's going to say is, "Oh, how's the weather up there?" It's going to hopefully fly under Waydaga's head.
All
I
right.
don't know.
How high would
So
you
it's-
flying?
So as you step out, the brightly lit docks of as you step out, the brightly lit docks of Absalom Station are abuzz with activities as travelers bustle by, preparing to board or disembark from starships bound to or from any of dozens of worlds. Brash and swaggering star pilots, scurrying Ysoki mechanics, and expectant colonists mingle with their enigmatic Kasatha mystics. Hard-faced asteroid miners, imposing Vesk mercenaries, and more creating a microcosm of the abundance and variety of life in the Pact Worlds. New arrivals meet friends, loved ones, or business contacts, and are whisked away into the humming activity of daily life on the vast space station. Beyond them, ground crews tend to the docked ships, and dock workers in mechanized cargo lifters load and unload freight and baggage. A sharp tang of ozone hangs in the air, a byproduct of electrical discharges from the docked ships. But underneath, the station's atmosphere has a slightly used aroma. The docking bay's deck plates thrum beneath your feet though whether it's from the passage of innumerable feet or the vibration of the station's power conduits and air recycling systems, it's impossible to say.
This place is amazing. Much more than I ever dreamed of. It's incredible.
Is a port, but it does look inviting.
Was Sophia waiting for these people to arrive? I'm sorry, I missed that. You sort of cut out before.
Yeah, no, you were definitely. So you were sent by Durvor to be here to greet them, and he said he would be along to meet to catch up with you guys to show you to the Starfinder Society of some description.
Hello, are you the potential Starfinders? We've been waiting for you.
No, I thought I was honestly expecting that we were going to have to go find you. No, I'm speaking collectively. And he looks over you guys again, still not entirely sure he's met any of you so much as was around you.
Yes? Yes. Very much so. Yes.
Does it pay?
Would I know how to answer that question?
Well, the general idea is that Durvor has basically put out a work order that you're all sort of responding to a certain extent. Actually, at this point in time, can I get everybody to roll a perception check?
Because
Gotcha.
if it pays, then that's definitely what I am.
Oh, yes.
Oh dear.
Oh, everybody but Malper, good. All right, who set off the alarm? We already set off the alarm.
Okay, well, so as you're chatting and talking to one another, you do all notice a rather tall and lanky, but burly almost looking humanoid creature with a bristly iron gray beard and deep set eyes beneath bushy eyebrows come onto into the dock. With his patched and stained coveralls, what you can only assume to be a dwarf-like creature looks like just another dock worker, but instead of the normal badging, there's a symbol of the Starfinder Society on his chest. Reel's tapping and typing into his computer that he's holding and looks up to scan the crowd. And as you guys look to see him, he looks at you and gives you a big friendly smile and a wave.
They're a big
I suppose that's our guy.
Hello.
For those of you who got above a 15, you notice from two sides, from this side here and this side here, as armed individuals creep onto the dock itself. And you watch as they set up positions here, here. And I'm just going to bring these all to the forefront here.
So the guy in the middle is the guy we're looking for, right?
Yep. And as you guys begin, you just hear the laser blasts start to go off. So I need you all to roll initiative.
Dang. It kicked off quick.
This is my kind of greeting.
I guess those that got the perception check are not surprised, or
That is correct. You will get a chance to operate in this round if you made the check of 15 plus.
Oh yeah, good. Everyone in this room is in range.
Just measuring the feet. I'm
Yeah, those ranges are big on them guns.
wondering if I should pull out, but if I should manifest, or if I should just hit the deck. You still have
Now, I'm just wanting to double check here. The two that got the check, that was
Sophia and
Yudah.
Una.
and Malcolm. Okay. Then, I've got to add here. So, for some reason, your initiative didn't get in there. For Wade, for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Did you have your tile selected before you hit initiative?
You can put your number in there. I see it rolled there. That's absolutely fine. And I just added Yudah, Sophia, and yourself, Wade. So that's everybody after that.
I think you have to select your token and then press the initiative button to get into the turn order.
Does anyone else see my little name tag?
Nope. But I see.
Do you want me to
one
make
for
it so that you all see it? I can.
Oh, you have your own.
I mean, that might help me remember names.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I'll select them all. Select you all. I'll make it so that it's all visible as we go through here. So, in the turn order. Okay. So, because of the fact that it's a surprise round, neither do you two go. Now, I also need every single person to roll a 1d6, please, for me.
1d6.
Yes, please. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
And that's
I
how
roll
much
so much
damage
better
you
when I'm a
take.
player.
Wow.
This is so much fun.
You're also using 20.
No, that's something I would.
All right. So you watch as both of these groups come out and they just start firing lasers, pistols at each other. And during the first round, you actually watch as this one here and this one. So they basically start firing off at each other, and you just watch as this blasters and go. So actually, and sorry, I want to double check the distance on that thing. Small arms. What's the distance? Does anybody happen to know it for just a small arm?
I believe it's dependent on the model of gun, is it
Yeah,
not?
there are many small arms. Is it the laser or is it the?
It's the laser pistol.
Yeah, that's 80 feet.
80 feet. Okay.
Woo!
So to clarify, the two purple guys are shooting at the red one, and the dwarf is
The purple guys are shooting at the red guys.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I see the two of them. Yeah. And the dwarf
So you
happen to be
so,
between them.
So this one here is making a shot. Slightly. So this one shoots errantly. You don't really see anything. But in the initial salvo, I will say you do watch as Duravor gets hit and crumples to the ground.
Hmm.
Oh well, that's just great.
So first
Wait,
one
how
fires
many-
errantly. This guy's trying to take a shot at that one, and you just see the bolt ricochet off of the box there. This one is actually going to be taking a shot at Sophia.
Who was?
And is your EAC? I think it's your EAC versus that.
Energy armor class? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
it's,
think it is for laser pistols.
yeah, if it's elemental damage, it's EAC.
Yeah. So your EAC is what? Sorry.
12.
Okay. So that is a 14 to hit.
Okay, so
So
that
you
hits.
take 5 fire damage.
Ouch.
All right. Dawn did not make the perception, but Yudah did. What would you like to do?
What you gonna do?
All right. Well, he's gonna waste no time, and he's gonna haul arse. Is this high enough to constitute cover over here?
Yeah, so that would be a lower cover. Just trying to. I knew I wanted to have those rules up.
Big thing about being the Solarian here is if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to have to start closing the distance. So step one is going to be running and plowing into that cover there and maybe falling back. Wake me up when the gunfight ends.
All right, so that's your turn then.
Yep, if that flies. Let's see.
If you just want to run into cover, you're more than welcome to. So you do get the cover bonus. I'm just trying to find the damn thing here.
Yes, I guess if he's gonna run over there, he might. Can
Um,
you?
partial cover. If more than half of you is visible, you get +2 AC and +1 reflex save.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, cover also constitutes as concealment. But I believe that's.
No, not really. No. It really depends.
Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, okay. All right, so that is Yudah's turn. These guys are going to start firing off at the other ones again. So this one's going to take a shot at that guy. Oh. And he watches that one gets, the guy in purple gets hit. So he takes damage. There we are. This guy down here. Shot. This is where it works in your advantage that Greg is rolling against Greg. Natural 20.
What do you
There
say
go.
we just
There you
let
go,
them
Greg.
kill
Kill
each
your
other?
people. Kill your NPCs. Right on their money, Greg.
God damn it.
I can't
Okay,
say
so
that I'm not against.
this happens when you're not 100% certain of the rules on this thing. As for this one, critical hit effect is burn. So let me just grab my book because anybody familiar with that one or no?
With which?
The critical effect burn.
I believe it at this level adds an extra D4 of burn damage.
Just D4 of fire damage?
Yeah.
Okay. You take the listed fire damage each round and you must do... Okay, fair enough. Well, that one there... oh, that's...
Yeah,
Pretty
blizzard,
good.
burn 1d4.
set of damage. Okay. Oh. There we go. The next one. And the bottom guy is going to shoot at the bottom person there. And with the CEAC, even with that, is a miss. Okay. So, Sophia, it is your turn.
Does Rod happen to have a gun of some sort?
Oh yeah, he's loaded to bear.
What kind of gun does he have? Is it like a laser gun?
It's a cannon. It's not an energy weapon.
It's not an energy weapon. It's just a pistol or something.
No, it's a reaction cannon.
Oh, a reaction cannon. Okay. Sophia will make her way over to here and cast supercharged weapon on the reaction cannon.
Does it need to be an energy weapon? Because it's not an energy weapon.
It doesn't have to be an energy weapon. No.
Okay. What does that do?
Fun stuff.
Why don't you try it?
I mean, I guess I will when it gets back to my turn.
If you hit one target, it's 4d6.
You basically get a lot of extra damage if you hit.
Yeah.
Like a ridiculous amount.
Is it wasted if I miss?
Yes.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure. So I guess it's Wade's turn.
Yep.
Wade, you're up. Yep.
I will try to send a telepathic message to. What's the dwarf's name?
Dorvor.
Dorvor. Okay. And a telepathic message to Dorvor, and he can respond in or less. Punches. I will think in common.
You don't get a response.
All right. If that's the case, then I am moving forward. So, 30 feet. Okay, so go right there. On the wrong thing. There we go. Right about there was 30 feet, I think. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So one more set. Oh, right on up there. This nice large
What are you
creature.
doing?
I'm tall and spindly. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
What would you like to do?
And he just. Well, I spent my standard action to cast that message.
Okay, fair enough.
That's that.
Then-
And we'll just kind of turn to the others and say, "I'll go and get our dwarf."
Rod, you're
So many things happen at
come on,
once.
open fire up.
What'd you do to my gun? Why are you running into crossfire? God dang it! He's gonna move up and sort of hug the corner of this container here for cover, and
actually,
Yes.
as a side point of interest, actually, can I get you to make... What was your perception roll?
Who, me?
12?
Yours was a 12?
Yeah, I don't have a bonus to it.
Can I get you to make a quick culture roll?
Culture roll. I probably don't have a bonus to that either. Rod ain't real cultural sensitive. That'd be a 9.
Yeah, no, you just see gunfire. Never mind.
Something scruffy in my mind.
Oh! Can I make a
Y'all remind me
profession
to make a culture
mercenary
check myself.
roll to tell if this, like, if I know these gangs? Like, is this?
Yeah,
like,
actually, yeah, that's fair. Yep, that's fine. I'll let you do that. Learning this knowledge thing is going to be interesting. So yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Professional
I
work on
remember.
that.
Being a soldier or mercenary. The theme lets you use profession mercenary for things other than making money.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, dang it! 12.
You know what? That's actually more than enough because you recognize both of these gangs as being one of the two of the more famous or infamous gangs of Absalom Station. The Downside Kings and the Level 21. The ones to your on the right side here are the Downside Kings, and the ones on the left here are the Level 21 crew.
The Downside Gang?
Downside Kings.
Downside Kings.
In the level
That's a cool name.
21.
I like it.
21 crew. All right.
And you do know that they are rival gangs, so
Yeah. Oh, they're gangs. They're like that's extra bad. They're the whole reason I'm in this mess. Everyone's corrupt. Everything sucks. Let's shoot guns. I'm gonna lay down some. I guess I'm gonna lay down some covering fire for
kill people.
for Wade. I'm gonna shoot at this guy here. This level 21 crew member at the top left.
the Level 21 at top left here, so that one there.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a 14 against the kinetic armor class.
Against the CAC.
Yeah, against your CAC. How high is your CAC?
Yeah, no, that'll
It's like
hit.
a cat.
Roll damage.
What's your
That is it's a D10. Yep, 2.
Roll 4d6 for damage.
14. So 16 total.
And you just watch as he rears up, and you just hear this massive blast come out of the cannon, and you know how this reaction cannon works. Like, you are familiar with this round,
Oh, intimately.
and you have never seen this thing obliterate an enemy the way it just obliterated this one.
What the hell did you do to my gun?
Viscera just splattered all over the boxes, like to the point where the other guys on the left hand side who saw this happen are just sort of looking at you in sheer terror.
He flips him the bird.
But they still fire at you.
That's I flip the bird as a switch.
Yeah, you got them to think about you.
All right, so let's see here. We do now have the right side gang here, the Downside Kings. So they are actually, again, I'm going to get you guys to roll a d6. Okay, target rich environment. You watch as the Downside Kings. So first off will be this person here going to take a shot at Gone Regs. Yep, we'll be taking a shot at Gone Regs, but I do believe that you technically have cover in this instance.
He does get a +2 because I'm surprised still, so it should even.
It'll even that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So
14.
a 16 against
Leave my
EAC.
rat alone.
16 is a hit.
Okay. So you take 2 fire damage.
Oh no, my body.
This one is going to roll on the ground to try to extinguish itself, and I think you said that they have to make a reflex.
Yeah, they do it at the end of their turn, so they take the damage and then they can do the reflex.
Oh, so they do take the damage again. So that would be based upon the last roll, and then
And the DC is 10 plus the damage they took that turn.
10 plus the damage they took. Okay, so she's going to try to extinguish herself, and she fails and is rolling around on the ground on fire.
Good.
And you just hear screams of the. And then you have this guy here who is going to then.
This is
Take
exactly
a-
why I joined the military.
Pretty much. And is going to take a shot at Sophia.
All right.
And misses. Wide. Very wide.
Woohoo!
Natural 2. Wide.
At least your gun didn't blow up in your hand.
All right. Gone.
I will pay you back in twofold. He's gonna he'll run up there, throw himself on on the ground, and that's right. Yeah, he'll draw his weapon because he doesn't have base attack bonus. For Bree, I'll hover behind him, behind the cover, staying low. That'll be his turn.
Wait, did you say your drone's name is Fabri?
It's Bree.
No, it's Bree. It took me a couple reads to realize that the rat had named his drone after a cheese.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to get even more punny, Bree 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't get it. You've lost me.
Never mind. All right, Yudah.
Here's Yudah. Now he's at an impasse. He could vault over this cover and take a bum rush at that guy. Is it a standard to draw your weapon? Because I didn't do that last round.
You
If
have your
you're-
base attack bonus 1, so you can do a move action and draw a weapon.
Oh, okay. That's one is if I'm going to take a run at him. I'd have to get over that. I'd have to get right up on him. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to roll diplomacy. Like a good Jedi. Kind of. Get modified 26. Charisma stat is the best for my Solarian. He's going to call out to this guy off to the left here and say, "You know we're not part of this, right?"
Tell him not to try it because you have the high ground.
I do have the high. Well, I don't. We are roughly on the same footing. But you could totally let us go and we won't blow up any of you.
But
A little late.
morally,
He looks at you and he's got this sort of confused look on his face. He points at the smear that is his companion over there that Rod just kind of blew up.
Sorry.
And then he points at Rod, who's cackling madly with his cannon over his head.
I reiterate, not part of this.
What's going on? Yeah.
So was that your turn to do that?
We're in
Yeah,
the party, so
diplomacy. Not sure if there's any movable change of outlook, but I just said, hey, you can let us go, we'll let you go.
so to clarify, we've got and a Jedi so far, and to get the moral high ground. I got it. I'm in it.
All right. So with that, the guy who you were talking to, now they're pretty much in the hostile area, so he's now more on the unfriendly side to you. So he's not going to shoot at you. He's shooting at Rod because Rod's an asshole.
Yeah, fuck Rod.
That's how you diplomacy.
And that'll be a 24 against EAC. Pardon?
Yeah, you hit him.
Okay. So that will be a 5 fire damage.
Ah! That comes off my stamina, right?
Yeah, stamina first and then hit points. The other guy, on the other hand, who did not hear your message of peace, is going to take a shot at Yudah. And that is an 18 against EAC, but you do have partial cover, so that's +2.
I think that still hits.
Okay. Oh, that flew out of the bin. That's 4 fire damage.
Bah! Bah! You scorched my robe! Come on, man.
All right, Sophia. Change this up a little bit, though.
Sophia is going to step over here and
How tall are the walls of this info kiosk?
From what you can tell, they are they're your standard 3-foot wall. Like if you know how you get your
Okay.
kiosk, it'll go up 3.5 feet. It's about the same size.
Waist high ish.
Yep. Now, just as a point of order, if you do want to, you can sort of duck down into it to gain a little bit more cover versus just standing. Wade might have a little bit of more difficulty doing so, but
I think Gon has a
That's
trouble with
pretty
it
much
too.
exactly what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Sophia is going to cast Magic Missile at this one here, so that's 2d4 plus 1, I think. 4 or 5. 9 damage.
9 damage from magic missile?
Yep.
it's 1d4 plus 1 twice. So if
Yes,
you didn't add the
it's
plus
a total of 9.
total of 9, okay. Yep. So you just watch as the missiles sort of arc above the little golf cart thing and just sort of dive down into the person. You just hear this as the person gets hit by them.
What I miss? You froze for a second there.
You
So do
brained
you watch
him.
it?
He didn't even scream.
They're still standing, but you watch as they come over and just dive bomb into the person.
Got it.
All right then, Wade.
All right. So let me see. Wade's just gonna probably go right on up to him. Let me see. Yeah, I can get to him. Oh, I got reach. That's right. I'll go right about here where I can. I don't think I can get. Let me see. About here, I think that'll start getting me to some cover from the other people.
Now that is one thing. Those boxes are a
Okay.
good 6-7 feet tall box. Like they're big ass container boxes.
Okie dokie. So you're dead, but I'll just kind of I won't really have any cover because half of me is the other way. But that's all right because I'm more concerned about getting the dwarf. So I'm not very strong, but I can do. Let me see. On my life science, I don't think I got that one. Let me see if I got the other one. Do I got one or the other? Medicine. I can do a medicine. Oh, I got both. For a life science or a medicine check to assess if there's something that I can do about getting this guy stabilized. Well, if he's stabilized, I don't need to get him stabilized, but
Okay. Yeah, if
What would you
you
like
want to
for
make
that?
a medicine roll.
16?
So based upon what you can tell, there's no life signs. You quickly check for pulse. You quickly check to see if there's breath. He is VSA.
All right, that means we're getting some magic mojo into him. What do I want to do? Should I do cure or should I do? I can't do that takes 2
When you
minutes.
close,
so I
you
guess
do a
it's gonna
closer.
have to be Mr. Cure.
With that medicine check, you do also notice that the laser bolt took him through the neck.
Okay. Yep, we're doing a Mystic Cure then, so let me cue that for you. Yeah, 10. Not bad.
As you finish the cast and put it into him, there appears to be no effect.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Through a spell. Okay.
He's dead, Jim.
How could he be dead though?
Because it says it in the script.
Wade just looks back at the others, confused, and says, "He is dead quite quickly. Think we should leave."
We should fucking leave.
And that's what he's gonna do. Because that's
He's
all he's
going
got.
to-
I took a standard.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, how many checks am I allowed? 1 check or 2 checks in a round? I think it's just 1 per round, isn't it?
Yeah, most of them are
You
speed guys,
Usually it is.
or part of a move action.
Okay, that's fine. I can do a culture check next turn. Or at least I thought it was.
Sorry, should I have cued the FMV music first? All right, Rod.
Well, that hurt like a lot, but I'm still gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna run out here because I don't have the movement to actually get inside the information kiosk this round, even if I vault the wall. And I'm going to return fire on this guy down here in the corner on the left.
Okay.
And that overcharge only lasts for the one round, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Drat. All right. Dang.
10 versus kinetic.
Yeah.
So you shoot and it just sort of ricochets off one of the barrel that's he's sort of ducked down behind.
God dang son of a bitch! Stand still behind that barrel.
What does penetrate do?
It ignores hardness of objects equal to
got it.
the item level.
Got it.
Okay. Get you guys to roll a 1d6 again.
Not again.
Nope, 5.
They just ignore the giant. Just wait.
Well, oddly enough, they kind of do. You watch as
And he
again.
does. He just kind of just walks through there,
As you're walking,
kind of
through,
Sasquatch walks, you know.
as you're crossing the street there, they just hold their fire, waiting for you to pass, and then they keep firing.
Well, that's pretty much how that's. They just
Car.
ignore the guy completely. Actually, this one you watch and you just hear the final screams of this. These final screams of this woman burns alive.
Good lord.
Damn, that is dangerous.
You should see
This guy?
fire in 40k. It's even worse.
Okay, and I'm just trying to think here. So on this one, if it's out of range, they can't even hit it, right? There's no penalty to it.
They take a -2 for every range increment.
It's the same range increment thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, is like hunkering down behind cover its own action?
I think it's part of the move, right?
You can drop prone as a free action.
Yeah, it's part of you can for the most part do it as part of your move to sort of get in behind cover.
Okay.
As far as I can.
I mean, if you're standing behind cover, you're basically taking cover.
Oh yeah, because like I don't want to just stand there with my torso and
No, you're the way that you moved in. You're like you slid down. You've got partial cover at this point.
All right, just double checking.
Okay, so the first guy is going to take a fire at the top gang member there, and he hits, dealing. You just watch as the laser fire goes across, and the one on the bottom is going to attack the one on the bottom, and a natural 20 again. It's almost like I'm doing your work for you.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
All right, and then on fire, and you just watch it. And Yudah, you sort of see the guy that you were talking to all of a sudden is now in flame.
Woo!
And it is Gon's turn.
He's gonna take his custom rig thing to give Bree an extra action or a move action. So Bree's gonna fly up so he can see, and he's going to fire at the closest guy there, and Gon himself is gonna fire too.
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew. 16 might hit. 5 probably not.
And that's against DAC, right?
Yep.
Yep. So the first one does hit. So it does 1 damage there. And yeah, the second one just sort of ricochets off the container there.
That's his turn.
Okay then. Yudah.
Okay, he's gonna call over to Sophie. He's gonna ask, "Is he usually this violent here?"
You hear a response from Theo. Only sometimes.
Okay, guess it's one of those times. All right. Now, here's the big question: do I take a run at him? No, it's going okay. Everything's fine. Well, I got nothing against any of these guys. You know, and the one dude I can hit is the one I kind of like, even though he's on fire. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay hiding right there. Yeah, yeah,
And doing nothing?
yeah. Eating spiral ham.
Okay. So this guy takes his damage and is on fire. He's going to try to get himself out of said damage by extinguishing himself, and has as little success as the previous person.
Goodness. We don't have to fight these guys. They're killing themselves. Just walk around, do your thing.
Why would I run out of cover in the hopes to hit one of them with a stun when they can just die on their own?
And this guy's going to take a shot at the person with no cover and hits. Why can't I roll that for extinguishing? Come on now. Okay. And you watch as the laser fire from this guy here nails that person. Now she's looking pretty rough right now. All right, Sophia.
All right. Sophia is going to. You know what? She's going to spend a full round action and cast Magic Missile again right here. See if she can take her down. Give a little space
Okay.
so we can get out of here. So
You want to send both bolts to her?
Huh?
You want to send both bolts to her?
Actually, it's 3 this time.
Okay, and you want to
because
send
I'm
all
full
3 to
round
this
action.
person?
Yes. Well, actually, I don't know. Can I reach this one? How far away is that? 70 feet. So yeah, 1 to the first one, 2 to the one who's farther away.
Okay, so roll damage for the second 2.
The second 2?
Yeah, because your bonus damage is enough to take out the one that is closest to you.
9 again.
Total of 9? Alrighty. So you watch as the first bolt arcs over and just careens into the first one, just pushes her back about 5 feet, and you just see this sort of concavedness to her chest. And the other 2 arc over the barrels, over the crates on the other side there, and just nail into that person there. You just hear the loud thuds of where the force energy hits into them. The one behind it, you just hear the cry of pain, and you do see he's hurting pretty bad. Okay, Wade.
All right. So first thing I'll do is I'll try and make a culture check with my outlaw background. See if I know, similar to what Rod did, about these particular individuals.
Sure.
Oh, I am distracted.
Plus the fact that you're not technically from Absalom Station, you don't have the same background, basically.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
They all look like bad people to you.
Yeah, I mean, what I want to do with Wade, considering the Wade sees them killing each other, so I mean, does this really involve us? Like, yeah.
I mean, they did kill our new friend.
Which side shot him? Do we know?
From the initial flurry, you don't know who shot him specifically.
Fatal look sees that they've got the one side handled. So he'll just walk right over here, probably right here. Let me see, that's not within my reach yet because he's around the corner. So, and I guess I'm going to touch it. I'm going to fatigue this person if possible. I have to make a melee touch on that one. But I get to add my thing, so this should be what it looks like. So my attack is against his EAC.
You crit.
Against his EAC. So this is what it says. You make a melee touch attack against a single target, kill ability score. So the creature is fatigued. They got to make a fort save. So he's got to make a fort save.
Fort save. Okay. What's the DC that I have to beat?
It is 14. Not
And
very
he
much.
does not beat it. He gets an 11.
Fatigued. And when Wade does it, he puts his hand on him very gently and he says, "You are very tired, Eve."
You do 1 point of damage though.
It didn't cause any damage. That's
Yeah, it
it doesn't count. It doesn't count this time, okay? It didn't count.
It doesn't?
Of course
It
not.
does have a damage
Of course
roll
not.
there.
There's no damage. I mean, you know, of course it doesn't. I didn't think that would work.
Alrighty.
He's so low. But that's me.
Rod. Rod.
Do.
It would be athletics to. It was muted. It's not my fault. It would be athletics to vault the wall of this information chaos, right?
Yeah, technically. It won't be much of an athletics roll, but yeah.
Oh, should I even roll? Can I just vault it?
What's your bonus?
Yeah.
Probably like +8, I think.
Okay, then yeah, you'd be fine.
If I can find my skills again. Athletics is +11.
You're fine. Yeah.
Boop. Is the guy on the bottom left on fire? What's going on there?
Yes, he's on fire.
He's on fire.
Yep.
And the guy at the top is sleepy.
Yep. And the other guy on
Yeah.
the right there is dopey.
It's already down.
Smoky, sleepy, and dopey. What is the range here? Dang it. 35 feet isn't enough for anything. I will fire. Yeah, the guy in the bottom left again, I guess. Oh, there you go. That's not terrible for once. 20 to hit.
And yep, that'll hit.
4 damage.
4 damage. And you take a look at the guy who is just standing there on fire trying to put himself out. And you hearken back to a time in your mercenary days where you've watched and seen this yourself. And you want to put him out of his misery.
Well, that and
Does he
he's on
line up?
fire, so he's really not worried about protecting himself. He's an easy target.
I was giving you some merciful qualities, and you just take him out through the chest, and you just watch it as this gaping hole from the round just sort of concaves through.
Yeah.
Yeah, yay, murder.
Good. Yeah, inadvertently, we're playing a sociopath. That's what we're doing.
Isn't that pretty much how every character I come up with ends up being a sociopath somehow? All right. Well, this guy is up, so I'm going to get you guys to roll a d6 again.
Ooh, I'm rolling high. Max 6.
That started off high. It's going downhill now.
But to a certain extent, it is very fitting to what's been going on. You are becoming the target.
Good. I also have the most cover now.
In first increment. So yeah, he's going to try to take a pot shot at you. And that would be a 23 to hit on your EAC.
Just stop it. Stop doing that. We shouldn't let him run a
Stop
game.
it,
He's
you.
gonna murder us
Stop
all.
it.
He's gonna murder
Us
me
all.
first, but the rest of you will come after when I am dead.
3 damage.
Well, that's the rest of my stamina. On to the
It
hit
is
points now.
Gonreg's turn.
Well, it's gonna quickly get up as a swift action because he's a rat, so he can do that, and take cover behind these box things. He's gonna fire at the guy there, and he's gonna direct his little buddy to fire at him as well. 21.
Yep, and yeah, that'll definitely hit his EAC. So you come up and you just sort of fire the pot shot as Bree does the same thing, and you're just peeking up over the top of the cart there, and you just line it up perfectly as he pops his head up to make that shot against Rod, and it just takes him out.
No, not
and
Rod.
You just
Not Rod.
Don't shoot me.
As he's shooting Rod, he's up and he's taking the shot against Rod, and you just have lined up the shot as soon as he comes up, pops his head up, and you just sort of see his head knock over to the side as you just see it singe and burn.
That will show you not to fire at me.
Is dead. All right, Yudah.
Yudah's here, and he is thoroughly grossed out. That's the best. Like, he's not even going to be in cover anymore. He's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And, yeah, no, he's just going to walk back over to these guys and say, is that all of them? Are they all gone? That was as quick as it was arduous.
Okay.
That was him.
There is one more.
Well, actually, speaking of which, as soon as the last of the red gang members sees the last of the purple gang members go down, he looks up at the big, tall, lanky guy, looks over there, and decides to try to run away.
Pot shots.
So
I should do that in character voice. Pot shots.
the fatigued condition, if I remember correctly, he can only do an action or a movement.
No, you're thinking of staggered, unless they changed it.
Fatigued. You cannot run or charge. Take. Okay. So yeah, he's going to 5-foot step back and then dash for 30.
Does Wade have any weapons drawn?
Yeah, on his way doing stuff, Wade would have drawn his little whacker stick. He's got a tactical baton. For his size, I mean, it looks really small for him.
Because you can do an attack of opportunity because you're in reach.
He'll look back at the rest of the group and go, kind of like,
Rod's looking at you like he's like miming, like a punching, like, dude.
okay, Fraud's the only one doing the assistance here because he's new. He's new here. Why would he know any different?
Dude, you gotta get him.
Okay. All right. So he will use his tactical baton, which he gets to use his dexterity for because it's an operative styled weapon.
No escape.
No
witnesses.
It
No
probably
mercy.
won't hit him. It's
I believe
Against his
there are,
kinetic?
14 against his KAC.
Yep, that'll hit.
I mean, there ought to be cameras and everything, so
Oh.
there will be witnesses, I'm
His
sure.
movement.
No witness.
Yep, no, so that you hit out and you latch and you do actually hit him as he's trying to run away.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Look, if the security force sees it is one thing, but I really don't need the 21st level boys knowing I wrecked on their crew because I owe them money already, and they.
Sophia.
Sophia's not really do anything. She is going to. Well, actually, she's going to. Forgot his name already. I apologize. The dwarf, I think.
Durivor.
Or that's hard
Here,
to pronounce.
I'm adding this. If there's, it's just his name, but I'm adding that to your sheets.
Duravor Creel.
Creel.
So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 60 feet. So I actually do get right there.
Okay.
And she is going to attempt a life science check to see how he is. Would that be life science or medicine to see if he's alive?
Either or.
I tried life science, so you better try. You better try. I had medicine, so you better try life science.
Okay. Life science, I get +8 to that. 28. That's a crit success, if you could crit.
Dead as doornail. You see that the actual blaster bolt, what ended up happening is it went through his neck, through the sides, and it basically took out basically a good chunk of basically where his throat would end up being. But yeah, he's not alive.
They sealed his gasket, son.
Okay, I think that's all I can do this turn because I double moved, but yeah.
All right, Wade.
Well, get him. So that's all right. I've got 10-foot reach, so I can get right here. So that's what Wade is going to do. I guess whack him with the baton again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another 14 for 2 damage. I mean,
No,
Rod's back there.
19 for 3. 19 for 3.
But
So again, you walk up and you're just sort of. It's kind of comical to watch this really long arm guy coming at them with a little baton, and it just sort of seems like a whack-a-mole thing.
it's just like, yeah, he just kind of walks up to him and goes, boom. Just kind of like whack.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen how big modern like little blackjacks are? It's kind of like that. It's just barely big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. You just sort of.
So yeah, you do that. He's still trying to run away from you.
All right, he's no longer fatigued now, though,
Yeah.
because that's been around.
So Rod.
They're real easy to hit when they show their backs to you. No. Would a 14 hit his cack?
It will, yes. But it does want, so you
Don't shoot him in the
pull
cack.
up, you've aimed, and you take your shot, and you just hear a loud bang, and you just recoil a little strangely, and you watch as it kind of just grazes his arm, and it sort of spins him around in place, but it doesn't really phase him all that much, but you do know you hit him.
Dying overcharge? Starts like rattling around with the he starts fiddling with the cartridges.
All right, Gone, you're up.
Oh gosh, oh golly. I will not let you escape this. It's gonna be a -2. 20. He's on fire.
Wow. That guy's dead.
Okay.
Oh, and Bree's also rolling.
Woo! Yeah.
He is.
I'm telling you.
That's double damage.
Wade and gone. Wade and
Or is
gone. They don't.
Critical effect. Just.
Well, Wade gone.
It's just critical effect. I don't believe it's
Wayne
actually
Gone and
double
Sophia.
damage.
Your leg,
Yeah,
Wade.
yeah, I don't think there is a double damage anymore.
No, it's just the damage and then the critical effect.
Yeah. So it's 7 damage plus 2d4. I guess I'll roll
And
that.
you just watch as the guy turns
There
to
you
a
go.
pile of ash.
There you go.
You just, my God.
and he just blows his laser pistol
Yeah, you just watch as
Slowly turns.
this little Ysoki just pops up and just fires one, and you watch as his drone fires another from a different angle, and they just sort of both collide into this one super bolt of some description, and it just incinerates the guy and just turns him to ash. You've never seen a body immolate quite like that before.
You guys, you Kenobi'd him.
So there is technically a double damage thing.
All right. Wow. He's
Good to know, because
more
that's
dead.
not. I probably this might have ended earlier if that was the case.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks back at looks back at Gon and goes, and looks back at the guy, and Wade wastes no time. He starts pushing through the ash.
What do you mean? It's just pushing through the ash.
It's looting.
Well, the body wasn't incinerated, but that doesn't mean that his stuff was.
Yeah.
He's just prodding it with his foot to make sure there's no Kenobi left in there.
All right, don't beat me to it, you scavenger. I'm supposed to be the bad person.
All right. So, if you guys want to write this down,
All right.
Where are my cue cards?
whoever's taking it, let me know when you're ready.
We didn't designate a loot man. Okay.
Who is?
All right. So each of them would have had a credit stick with 150 credits on each.
Ooh.
Cred stick.
Each of them would have had a club, and each of them would have had an azimuth laser pistol. And I will say by the end of combat, each with a half-drained battery. So it'd be 10 charges versus 20.
No armor.
And they each have flight suits, station wear.
Yeah, well, they got holes in them.
If you're going to strip their bodies, of the
Hey,
suits.
I need a suit. I'm gonna tailor it to my size anyway. So
I'm just saying, Gon. They got holes in them. Some
Well,
more
Wade-
than others.
I do need holes for my arms and legs and head. It's no problem.
And tail.
Oh, don't forget the tail.
If I get 10 of them, I can make my own.
Wade has his like second skin armor on, but he has a robe with a makeshift, probably kind of homemade by himself or somebody, black butterfly clasp on it. Kind of denoting him as some kind of mystic. But he's right there with Gon. They're like, "Oh, this is good. This one had wonderful. How many left?" And so on.
So many guns. It is incredible.
Sophia is gonna claim one of those guns for herself because she does not have an energy weapon right now.
Oh,
If
that's a good
anyone's
point.
okay with that.
You
Yeah, I
can
wouldn't
fight
mind.
me for it. No.
Be one of those either.
Like, how many did we get? 6 of them?
6.
6 of them.
Ooh,
I was kind of worried with how much credits we were starting with, but now I'm like, dude, everybody's carrying this stuff. We won't have to worry.
Yeah, we're loaded now.
All
can
right.
retire.
So
I'll
as you
grab
guys,
one from my forgotten friend down here.
Azimuth. Okay, they're worth 350 apiece.
Yes.
Maybe slightly less with the half-drained battery.
basically what ends up happening is in order to sell them, you can break them down or sell them for about 10% of their value.
10%?
Yeah.
Ouch.
So they're only worth
Yeah,
35
markup,
apiece.
bro.
Jeez, you have better luck reselling a used car.
Wade also
Well,
comments on, he's like, yeah,
yeah,
it's
say.
bad.
You ever compared a brand new pinion seal with an aftermarket pinion seal? It's like $1,000 difference.
So as you guys are winding this down and collecting the loot, you do hear sirens bearing down on you. And you do watch as from all corners, the station security guards show up.
No,
and
cheese it.
starting to they look at the carnage. They have weapons drawn and are basically cordoning you guys at this point in time and beginning to ask you questions as to what happened, what went on, and they cordon off the different witnesses to this fight because you kind of realize that it hasn't just been you guys and these guys, but it's been a bustling actual thoroughfare of bystanders.
Oh.
It's the fuzz.
So one of the
Keeps
security
repeating.
guards.
Wait,
So I'm gonna say
repeating,
for
it
these
was
purposes, they go
self-defense.
to the information station here.
Rod's got his visor back up, so you can't see his face.
Okay.
I was just looking for a brochure or anything that might,
So
that I could have on
you
the reference.
you come up to you watch as this one guy comes up to you. So, what's your story?
Who does he go up to?
The lot of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We was attacked getting off the shuttle. They just show up out of the cargo, guns drawn. Started blasting anything that moved.
eating Duravor here.
Except for the fucking giant.
When he was attacked from some direction we could not see which, and gunfire burst out in all directions.
You know Durvar?
Yes.
No.
Sophia was
No.
sent here to.
Quest marker.
Sophia was sent here in advance to greet the rest of these people at the shuttle. These individuals.
All right, you stay here. We're going to talk to the rest of them and see if that corroborates with what the rest of them are saying.
What?
God damn, you can't
Wade
tell me something
turns
like
to-
this now too.
Wade turns to Gon and kind of leans down and says, "What others will he speak to? We killed them all."
I think he means the cowards that just ran, the bystanders.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little cowardice every now and then.
After a little while, they
Less
of course.
guns for the cowards. Just holds up 2 guns.
Wade smiles.
The security guard walks back after about 5-10 minutes or so and says, all right, they've corroborated your story. So you knew Mr. Creel, did you? Well, we're going to be making arrangements for his body, but if you want to say your goodbyes or if there's anything else you want to do with him, you were supposed to meet him, right?
Yes, that
Yep.
is correct.
Kid,
That's
job
right.
definitely why we're here.
Well, if you want to say your goodbyes, the only thing he had on him was this computer. Hopefully, do you want us to make sure it gets to where it's going, or do you guys want to do that?
I can take that. It's okay. I can take that. Just kind of jumps.
Okay. He'll hand that off to you.
Please send him to the Starfinder Society.
We'll make sure it gets to the morgue. Yes, sir. Ma'am. Thing.
Sophia smiles a little bit at the mix-up and doesn't say a word.
All right. So they disperse. You're sort of left on Dock 94 here by your lonesome.
Sophia will make sure to motion Wade so that they can send off a quick prayer for Duravar.
Wade nods. Not sure of himself, but he nods.
You notice that on her hip she has a gun with a tassel of the symbol of the black butterfly.
All right.
Ah, you serve her also. I'm interested to see and know how a person of your particular race came to know the dark butterfly.
Sophia had found information on the black butterfly in the ghost levels of the station, in a library that has been since been unfindable.
Oh, that sounds very mysterious. Perhaps it will be found in the future.
Perhaps it is where her body was recovered from while she was meditating.
Recovered seems to be an interesting word choice. He's getting
Alright.
ready to do kind of send off stuff.
Yeah,
Alright.
she does a quick prayer as well.
Well, while they're doing their ceremony, Gon will start working with the computer and try and get access to it.
Okay. Can I get you then to... Second here... Can I get you to do a computers... yeah, I think it's computers check.
Yeah, 19.
Okay, yeah, you find that there's not a lot of security on there. What you do have is just basically a very, very basic computer, which just seems to have your personal files, the correspondence that he had with you, each of you individuals, in terms of recruiting you for whatever he was basically attempting to do, and an email-esque thing, correspondence with an individual by the name of Shiskisk, spelled Chiskisk.
Alright.
And there is an address associated with that information.
On Absalom, or...
It's on Absalom Station. Yeah.
Keeps it to
Are you
himself for
sharing
now.
this information?
No, he's keeping it to himself. He's like holding it so no one else can see. It's gonna...
Okay. Then you guys have open access to the station. What do you guys want to do?
Sophia will lead the others to Starfinder Society headquarters if they're willing to follow.
Yeah, they might as well. Also, I kind of got shot. How am I? Anybody got a bandage?
Recovering stamina points. Just
Just 10 minutes of rest and you spend 1 result point.
now, just out
We
of
could do that while
curiosity,
we're
just
waiting
looking
on-
it up quickly here as well. But the first aid, does that also work in that for stamina points, or is that just hit points? Yeah, no. Yeah, that just does that. So take a look at the stamina points here in a second. But yeah, so you guys have the run of the... So you're trying to get him healed up. I just want to quickly pull that first before you guys spend any more spell slots on things.
We're all in formation.
Yeah, you can only heal hit points, it seems.
I think I can heal more than that. Let me make sure.
Yeah,
And
10 minutes
touch.
of rest and a
That was hit
resolve
points.
point, and my stamina will go back up to full.
Um,
That's fair.
how
Alright.
are we distributing these guns? I see we are 1, 2, 3, 4. We are 6, so 1 each. Yes.
Man, they line these up so weird.
Wade smiles and he says, I think your drone deserves one too for its performance.
It's a drone. It's already got a gun strapped to it.
It is an artificial intelligence. It is just like her. Points at Sophia. It's as much a person as her.
Wade puts up his hands and says, I'm not getting
My point
into the race battle, and starts walking away. Do. Goes over to the info place and starts looking for interesting brochures.
Gon hears a telepathic message in his head. I beg your pardon.
Yes, I am saying that you are much person as Bree. And I'm saying we are 6 people and we have 6 guns. So we split it 1 each.
You see her type into her.
Now look at me when I'm talking to you. Hey, I'm down here. Hey.
A little head pops up from her, the computer on her wrist, and looks down at him. Yes, 1 each seems fine.
That is good. That was all I wanted.
That would be her little friend.
It is decided.
I'm just throwing it out there, but wouldn't that mean also that her watch would get one?
Her watch doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, we cut through the middleman and get Tallboy here like an auto cannon or something. Just pull it off the first ship we see with a cannon. I mean, this is a shuttle bay. There's none in here, but it's something to keep an eye out for. You can probably lift it.
Give
Yeah,
the Mystic
all you need to
Healer
roll
a
is to
big
hit.
fat gun.
You would never need to roll damage again, just a 2 hit.
So
Wade would.
there was this Starfinder thing. We were supposed to go, but now the guide is gone. So, well, what's up with that? Can they send
Sophia
a new
was
guide?
sent here to greet you. She can guide you to the Starfinder Society.
Lead the way,
Can-
little
can
lady.
Can we get a new appointment with a new official?
We shall see when we get there.
Who is Rod
Oh.
shooting at?
Yudah, Kane.
No one. I just wanted to make sure that the thing was working.
Oh, I thought he was just over there going, I wonder if this works.
Burn, buddy, burn!
Here's a quick
Just
question.
fires at a corpse while the police are standing right there. What? He's dead already.
Well, he's already dead.
Sorry, Alex, what was that?
Would it be possible to take 2 batteries and transfer the energy from one to the other? I guess the batteries are worth something in themselves as well, so I don't know.
No, only if they're charged.
Well, even if they're empty, I think. Because you can charge
As
them
far
for
as
free
I'm,
as a certain...
the way that charging works is that, yeah, as far as I'm aware, transferring a charge, it cannot be done battery to battery. It would have to be done at a charging station.
I am fairly certain that the Starfinder Society will have facilities available to us.
So what are you guys doing?
All right, Rob's Rob's game to go to the Starfinder thing if that's where we're going. But actually, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I guess we follow the
Deal with something.
android.
All right.
All right.
Wade will look down to Gon and he says, "Would you like to see the city from up here?"
You know, I would.
And so so he lets him ride up here, full Groot and Rocket style.
Oh, it's like flying. It's crazy.
Like a Camino.
Don't go too fast. You're going too fast.
I'm not going too fast. This is my normal speed.
Your strides are too large. It's crazy.
You should see me fly in space. I am much faster there.
You know, I did hear you could do that, but I thought it was a rumor.
Are you a pilot too?
No, I just fly in space.
Right, like a pilot. They fly in space.
No, I don't need a suit. I just fly in space.
I like you, but you are weird.
He just smiles.
So you do travel.
I
And
imagine that Sarcesians have these weird teeth. You know, when he smiles in his ears.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to put you guys back to the initial one there. For now. So you do make your way, and Sophia is well versed with the station in terms of the direction she's taking to make it work in that regards. And you do end up standing outside of what is known as, just bear with me 1 second here, the Lore Spire complex. Now this is part of the ring itself, the ring section, if I remember correctly. Just let me make sure I have that accurate. Yeah, it's part of the ring itself, which is where a lot of the inhabitants basically reside in a lot of cases. It's just gonna pull it up here. It's a cluster of buildings with a massive spire in between, which is well known to be the home of the Starfinder Society. And as you walk towards the door itself, you walk to the entrance. Let's see here. Do you just walk in, or how do you guys want to do this?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I was
you walk in.
I'm riding on Wade.
Okay. You walk in, and the receptionist looks up and sees Sophia and the rest of you. Oh, perfect. Where's Mr. Creel?
I'm afraid Mr. Creel had an unfortunate accident on the cargo deck.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Sophia, or Theo, I guess. Can you have to know if when the standing appointment is?
It may be on Creel's data pad, which Gon had recovered.
I do not have any data pad. What are you talking about?
The computer that you snatched out of the hands of the security officer. We were all there.
I give it to Wade.
Wade looks at him. He doesn't say anything.
Well, either way, Mr. Chiskus will likely want to speak with you regarding this. Wait, please, in this area here. Do you need anything? Refreshments, water, food?
Oh yes.
Nope.
Many nutrients bricks. I need many.
Okay.
Some
She
rest
orders
would
and
do me
she
good.
saunters off.
Some rest would do Sophia good. She has been injured in the fight.
So if you want to use your resolve point at this point in time, you're here for about 10 minutes of just resting to regain your stamina points. And this small we'll put up the right.
How is it that you would gain resolve?
Pardon?
How is it that you gain more resolve, like get it back?
You rest.
Through long rests.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bear with me 1 second here. I'm just pulling up the race because I want to be fun and what have you. Yeah, and you watch as this small Lashuntas walks into the room and Mr. Chiskus will see you now. If you'll please follow me.
Thank you.
Could we wait for refreshments first?
You were there for the 10 minutes that refreshments came and what have you.
I see. Then
I'm assuming you're stuffing your cheeks full of these nutrient bricks.
I will stuff my cheeks with the bricks, and then
I saw that.
When
coming.
when they come and they try to get it and they try to call us in, Wade will nod and then sleight of hand the rest of the bricks into Gon's backpack.
Make a roll.
19.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that'll
don't
do
see
it. That'll do it. All right.
And he will wink at Gon.
Gun sees.
But it's a very obvious wink to Gon.
Well, that's a wink the size of a softball.
Yeah, that's not really an exaggeration.
Okay.
Hi, thanks for checking on us. Love you.
Very nice.
So he leads you up, and in front of you, in behind the desk, and it's a very. Actually, let me pull this up. Yeah. So just behind a very plain plastic-like desk, you see this Sheeran standing in front of, sitting behind the desk, who looks up. You see the antennas twitching side to side. And you look at him, look at them, and it's as part of the society. I have heard of the tales of the revel. Thank you for bringing that to us. Please sit,
Sophia will have a seat.
if you will, allow me to speak more naturally.
What does that mean? What is natural?
Maybe.
What is unnatural to you? What are you?
Yeah, please,
Well-
go ahead. Rod's going to remain standing now.
With your consent, what ends up happening is the Sheeran
I don't think
back
there's
down.
a chair big enough for me.
And you hear through your minds. I'm sorry that I cannot welcome you to Absalom Station under better circumstances. I assure you that attacks are not a daily occurrence, though I realize that it is likely a small comfort to you. I am pleased that none of you were seriously hurt, but I grieve for Durvor's death. He was a valued member of the society and a friend. May the Lady of the Graves be kind in her judgment of his soul. At this point in time, the Sheeran bows their head momentarily and looks up, their compound eyes glistening. What puzzles me is the reason behind the attack. Just taps a few commands into their computer. According to the recent report just released by Station Security, 2 gangs were involved in the attack. The Downside Kings and the Level 21 crew. Gang wars are not uncommon on the station, but they usually confine themselves to the more lawless sectors, like the puddles. It is rare for the street gangs to battle openly in public areas like the docks. I cannot help but wonder whether all this is as it seems. There must be a reason why those 2 gangs were at Docking Bay 94 at that time. The time of your arrival, coincidentally. Or was it a coincidence? Were you and Durvor just innocent bystanders? Caught in the crossfire? Or might you and he have been specifically targeted? And if so, why?
Durvar
I
and Sophia
understand.
were the first 2 that were shot.
Which would corroborate that potential story. My understanding is that you are interested in becoming Starfinders. And since you were witnesses to the attack, I would like to ask you to investigate this incident on behalf of the Society. Find out exactly what happened and why. It may simply be a matter of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I have no doubt the station security will rule it so. But if Durvo was murdered, I would like to find justice for my friend. And at the same time, this will give you the opportunity to demonstrate your own skills and abilities and show the society that you are worthy of this title, Starfinder. Do you accept?
I would very much like to know more details, what it entails to be a Starfinder.
I still haven't been told whether or not this gig pays.
Well, as a...
You just got 1 gun. That's pay.
That is not the pay.
1 gun is pay.
The society has the ability to offer you...
Okay, hey, you went from an old country boy.
Yeah, I got caught somewhere between Alex's bad Oriental accent and my own Western accent, and it became Slavic. And I don't know how.
Stop doing accents altogether is what I've done. Maybe it's not as much fun for you guys, but it's way easier for me.
The society tends to operate in terms of exploration, in terms of scientific research, in terms of finding the unknown, to be purveyors of the unknown, really, to be completely honest. And as for pay, as a signing bonus, as it were, we are willing to offer each of you 200 credits to begin work.
But there are better perks along the way, I hope.
Each job will have its own pays, and each job will have its own rewards and risks.
Yes, and all the
This happens to be the
stolen
first of yours.
you can manage. Gone.
Wade will lean down. He's sitting cross-legged down, and he'll lean over towards Gon and he'll whisper in his ear, "You keep what you kill."
Wildly discomforting.
Well, that is good to know.
I would very much recommend finding accommodations on the station. I would highly recommend the Moons of Sleep, as in they tend to look favorably on Starfinders.
The Moons of Sleep. Is this a halfway house?
It is an inn of sorts, a hotel, if you will.
So you will send them our recommendation. because we're not Starfinder yet.
You are joining the society, yes. Carry a certain weight with the name Starfinders.
I like that. It's good.
Are there any reasons 21st level boys or the... Hold on, let me flip it over. The downside kings would want to stop Creel or the rest of the Starfinders from doing?
That, in a lot of cases, is what I'm asking you to find out.
I know, I'm just
Why
saying, is
they've
there
done that.
any top secret projects or unearthed things that we should know about going in?
There's been no real bomb, if that answers your question, between the Starfinder Society and two gangs.
Oh, I have
The
a
biggest
question.
new... Yes?
See, we are investigating these two guns, and how is the rules on this station about murder? Because we might have to murder a little bit, just a little bit more.
It ain't murder, it's self-defense. Also, it
not
depends
if
who
you fire
ask.
first.
Well, then don't fire first.
Yes, but it's more effective.
I saw you self-defect somebody into liquid.
Don't
Just-
tell no one you fired first.
It wasn't liquid, but more like powder.
I suppose you could always just let me go in first. They don't seem to want to hurt me.
Yes, I can't see why.
I'm more afraid of what I think they're more afraid of what they might find out if they were to cut your skin.
Are you
Wade just
suggesting that he's
smiles.
filled with acid?
Possibly.
Or spiders?
Very likely.
He's just full of spiders. It's just all underneath him. You pop him open. He's like the boogeyman from.
I was gonna say, he's like the gross aliens from Lost in Space.
Oogie Boogie,
Like an
He's like Oogie
inhaled
Boogie. That's what he is. He's like Oogie Boogie.
just a burlap sack with
Bugs.
bugs. Yeah.
They eat their wounded.
I would
So-
highly recommend that you begin by settling yourselves, and then the only thing I can suggest is looking at what Dorvor was looking into. I'm not 100% certain, to be completely honest. And also current events and the two gangs, and see where things lead you from there.
Now,
Can I roll some kind of knowledge to see? I know it's not knowledge in here, but to see what they were working on or what the gangs might have been conflicting about.
In terms of which?
Like,
You could do a culture roll.
yeah, like
or
what's the
profession.
conflict between the two gangs aside from being rivals? Like, what made it so heated? If there's a recent event that sort of triggered it.
Culture local, maybe?
Yeah, if you want to do a culture local, if you've got that.
I do have culture. I don't know about local, but
Well, that would be because you're I think I would say under your culture that would probably work.
okay.
Your
So do
backstory
a
has you
culture
from
roll.
here, so.
Yeah.
11.
So from your culture role, specifically in terms of what Dorvor was working on, would have been you know personally that Dorvor was more working on things such as mining prospects, especially mineral, and was taking an interesting, and he was always interested in terms of mentoring new and prospective members of the society, which is why he sort of tagged each of you. So you can somewhat assume that he was trying to do that. And you said an 11 you got an 11?
Yes.
I'll also rule that, yeah. So what ends up happening is you are also aware of a recent event that has taken place where a derelict ship by the name of the Acrian arrived a few days ago. The whereabouts and fate of its missing crew and the nature of this mysterious drift rock the ship brought along with it They're not 100% certain what's going on with that. There are rumors and speculation, and the ideas are that something happened and it's not good.
All right. She will type something into her little watch on the hollow keyboard. Theo's head will pop up. There was a ship which recently hauled in a mysterious rock.
And what? Do you think these gangs might want that rock?
Was interested in mining prospects in most of his research. Perhaps the two are connected somehow.
How is this rock mysterious?
And what was most mysterious, what happened with the crew. The entire crew was missing.
So the rock is not mysterious. The rock is just rock, but it's mysterious because crew is not there. A rock.
The rock is of unknown origin.
You mean you don't know where the rock is from, or you don't know what the rock's made of?
So you don't even know it's rock. It could be anything, but it's not. No, it's not rock.
Could be filled with spiders.
So there's a lump of spiders in the cargo bay, and everybody wants it.
How large was this rock? Are we talking asteroid size here, or was it small enough to be in a cargo hold?
What do I know, Greg? Anything?
Of the drift rock, it's massive.
Okay. So, more asteroid size or larger. She types back into Theo. The rock was at least asteroid size.
Well, then what did they be fighting over it for?
Perhaps it contained rare minerals.
There is much money to be made in the harvesting of minerals and ore from asteroids. The Dysphoria has many such places.
I suppose we should go take a gander at this hunk of space junk then.
Now,
You hear the voice in the back of your head sort of creep in and say, "That will be, unfortunately, rather difficult without the use of a space vessel at the moment,
Why's that?
as it is in space.
you
It is currently quarantined from all access."
Wait, we know a guy who doesn't even need a ship.
Yes, we have a space flyer without the ship.
I'm just messing with you. I know you can't do that indefinitely.
Oh, I can only stay out for about an hour.
It is a little ways away, so I'm not certain that that will do you good.
That'd be a long swim.
However, if this does sound disconcerting, perhaps if you do a thorough investigation of this, it may lead to something as to why he would have been killed.
A small AI whispered in my ear and said, "There is a library, and you have it, and it has information. Can we see the information you have in your library?"
You have all the access you wish to the public networks, of course.
I see. This is good.
If you wish to keep investigating right away, feel free, but again, it is up to you.
Perhaps some of us, if we are to stick together, should go make reservations, or perhaps we could call the, what was it, the Restful Moons, or what have you, to make reservations for us before going.
All right, but
Do you
we're
have
gonna
the
need
number?
breadsticks.
I could call them.
I don't, but I'm sure there is a way to find it. Perhaps our friend here, gesturing to the Shireen,
Android.
would be able to help us.
Certainly, we can make the reservations for you. Just make sure that you can use the communications device at any point in time you wish to make said reservations. And leads you to the communication device if you wish to use it to do so. Access to the library is on the bottom floor. If I can be of any assistance, please let me know, and I shall help.
All right, thank you. Can we just come and go as we want to, or Do we need
I would recommend-
like a key card or something to show us like we're
I
not
would highly
bad guys?
highly recommend checking in with the receptionist each time you come in, just to make sure we know where you are.
I see. We shall do that to the best of our ability, of course.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
Should probably go and make a reservation.
Yeah, call the hotel.
All right.
Ray
So
would like
you
to be
do
the one to call
have,
the hotel. He'd like to have a bed that does fit him.
which they can accommodate.
I was going to say, we're going to have to get a room with two twins and just smash them together.
Well, they do have two options that you can take advantage of if you so choose. There can be individual rooms for each of you, or they do also have a suite that is available to you as well.
Do they have child-sized beds?
Get
For
a
sake
large
of
bed in
ease
one
and purpose,
in the room,
yes.
and then
I
it's
mean,
child.
do you need a smaller bed?
Like
I feel like a bed
really
that's too
small.
big we would accomplish the same job as a small bed.
No, you see, it's not the same. It's just not the same.
So
Wade is not
what
in
you
his
have.
head.
What you have available for you is they do say that they will offer you a discount as a part of the Starfinder Society if you book for a week in advance. So if you want individual rooms are 16 credits a week.
What about the suite?
I'll take it.
The suite is a 2-bed suite, which has like cooking facilities and things along those lines. Would probably have access to the info web, etc. inside versus having to use the public access, like public spaces for it. But that is 50 credits a week.
But that covers all of us, and there's 6 of us, so it'd be cheaper just to do the suite.
2-bed
He
though.
said 2 beds.
Oh, 2 beds. Oh, okay.
But is there a couch?
I can rule there's a couch, but you may have to take a ding on sleep.
That's a hard no on the couch. I ain't sleeping on no couch. I will fight all 5 of you for that bed.
I'm not used to beds anyway. I could sleep on the couch if it is big enough.
I'm gonna get my own bed.
Is it like a wraparound couch, or is there like a
Like,
big
look,
one?
Maybe you can contort yourself into like a ball.
Just go into the fetal
that?
position.
You ever sleep with your knees up in your chest? I've done that before. It ain't real comfortable.
No, it is not. Especially when you're hiding for your life, he says as he starts walking towards the communications.
Oh, we're bonding.
I think I want a room for myself. The suite is too expensive. And just
Ditto.
no.
I don't need no kitchenette.
We could always let the dead men pay for it.
Yes, I prefer when the dead man pays for it.
I mean, one way or the other, they're paying for it. There are cred sticks now.
Hmm.
Who gets the extra cred stick, though?
Well, Bree, of course.
No,
What? He's a person just like her. Just
That's not... I disagree.
it's just like her. Both AI, both. They person, both.
She's got organic parts. That's a robot you made yourself.
Have you seen his inside? No, you cannot say.
I can't see his inside. Yeah, but I could take off all the outside parts and he wouldn't scream, oh no, you're peeling my skin off, because he's a robot.
That is very insensitive.
I'll write a
To be
letter to your
fair,
local
Gon.
congressman.
To be fair, Gon, your Bree will not be buying anything anyway.
Sure, it would. He's paying me to fix him, you know.
I feel like if I put you and Bree together, you form one whole person.
And then he's like what, 5 persons?
Oh, he's like at least 3 persons. I mean, look at him, he's huge.
So then we split it.
Well,
8
if
ways.
you insist, I will take the extra credit stick.
Well, who's the
Why don't we
who's
just split the extra credits on the stick between everyone else?
Or buy 2 sweets with it and be done for a week.
That'd be 3 sweets.
How much is on them?
150.
150 each.
We got 900 total.
Oh,
Yeah,
you could
let's
go
just
throw the
blow
extra stick.
one stick on three sweets. I'm okay with that.
Week.
That means
You sort of feel, you sort of hear the voice in the back of your head. You realize there are money lenders that will change the cred sticks for you.
What I'm hearing is extra steps, blow the cred stick on 3 sweets.
a week of chasing gangsters will probably have got. We're gonna kill more than 900 credits worth of guys in the next week, guaranteed. So, I'm with
Yeah, fair
him.
enough.
Everybody up for getting 3 sweets, raise your hands. He's got
Sophia
4
raises her
hands.
hand.
He counts for 4 votes.
Yeah, second. All 4 go up.
No, that is
Wade
not-
raises both his hands because hands were said, not hand.
Hands were going up, so you were like, I'm part of the group.
I am Groot.
The swing vote's on my side.
All right. Fair enough. So you do that. So mark off one of your cred sticks as gone for the week.
What?
750 left.
I heard my name. What do you want?
I'm just gonna cross out mine already because I already added it, so I'm just gonna. We'll just say that first one was mine.
Okay. So what do you guys? Are you guys going to go to the suite? Are you guys going to go to the library? How do you want to go from here?
Well, I figure one of us can probably go make the reservations. The other can go to the library. Unless we're going to get
I would
ambushed at the
gladly
hotel
make
or the
the
library.
reservations.
I've had more than my fair share of books to last a lifetime. Let's go to the hotel and see if they got minibar.
Yeah, I want to get drunk and watch Storage Wars.
In space!
Space! Space!
Star
See the
Wars.
side
So
Today on Storage Wars, did they just find an infestation of xenomorphs?
Seems to be some monster from the edge of the universe inside that storage shed. I was hoping for a pinball machine.
Galaxy Quest.
You'll be able to find Sophia in the library.
Okay. So, for anybody who wants to look up,
Wade will tell Gon to keep an eye on Sophia and make sure she gets back to the hotel. She seems to be very useful around the knows her way around the town.
Yes, I will make sure she comes back alive and well.
And yourself too.
Of course. Rat first.
Wade just smiles.
Okay. So, who's going to the library to do research?
Sophie,
I see.
for sure. Yeah.
Sophia. Anybody else?
Gun is gonna stalk her.
Okay. And the rest of you guys are heading to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Got it.
Storage Wars! Storage Wars! Storage Wars!
Yep.
We spend 6
Yeah.
days just watching TV, and then we're like, oh no, we had a quest.
Dude, I just got the level 40. All
That's
right.
what
So,
a lot.
whoever's going to be using the computer, if I can get you to make a computer's check.
Yeah, I can do that. Unless Gon wants to help as well.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he'll
So it's
Gon's
both
like,
of us?
no, you push this button. No, you push this button. You pushed the wrong button.
So sorry, you did the check already? Okay, you can access the info center. Like you've logged in, you've gotten on, and can do so. So you can take a look at what's around. You got an 18, yeah. So you guys are able to log in and surf around for the information. What did you want to start looking for initially?
I want to know about the gangs. I want to know how they make money, where they reside, like a bit of
How they
history.
determine leadership so that I can get in there. Oh,
Yeah, and if they have
Okay.
any connections to the Bluetooth gang.
So if I can get you to roll a For this, yeah, just roll a computers check. Okay. The information that you're able to find on the InfoWeb is that the Downside Kings are a brutal street gang that controls several decks of Absalom Station's lower levels, or the downside, through a combination of intimidation and violence. They are known to engage in a wide variety of illegal activities, from extortion, fraud, robbery, smuggling, and theft, to drug and arms trafficking, kidnapping, murder for hire, and trafficking in sentient species.
Drugs?
The Level 21 crew are a street gang that claims, unsurprisingly, Level 21 of Absalom Station's seedy lower decks as its territory. Their known criminal endeavors include theft, fencing stolen goods, gambling, prostitution, racketeering, and smuggling. That seems to be the extent of the information that you can get on the InfoWeb itself.
All right.
You know, Sophie's gonna look for connections between the derelict ship and Creel.
Okay.
So I was sort of like putting the two names in Google and seeing what pops up.
Okay. So are you doing your initial search on Creel or Creel and the Acrian, or how did you want to sort of do that?
That was the name of the ship, the Acrylin?
Yeah. Acrian.
Acrian. Initial search will be Duravor, Creel, and Acrylin.
Okay. You don't really get much in terms of either one of those. But if you want to roll computers, or if you want to take 20, you can do that as well.
You know, she's got time. She likes computers. She's gonna take 20 for a total of 27.
Okay. The 27. Just sort of bear with me 1 second. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. So with that, you look up more information on Creel, and you find out that Creel was a native of the Diaspora, the diffused asteroid belt between Verces and Eox, and was known to have ties to dwarves and other mining groups in the region. An outspoken champion of miners' rights, Creel was active in challenging large corporate interests that exploited individual miners and laborers, including astral extractions. You also find out that Creel had personally invested money in the Hard Scrabble Collective. In addition, one of his cousins was a member of the group, but she died in a mining accident, the result of a safety violation perpetrated by her contract employer, Astral Extractions.
She will point this out to Griggs, I think was the name. Sorry, I'm still getting used to everybody's Starfinder names. Gon Riggs. Yeah, Gon.
Oh, you find something?
Yes, Sophia has found interesting information regarding Duravar Creel and his investments in Astral Extract, and she will motion to the computer at whatever page is up.
And who is he?
He was the contact who was shot today.
Ah, I see. That is interesting.
We might wish to head to the hotel and share this information with the others. And with that, Sophie will plug Theo into the computer and download any pertinent information.
Okay. So you guys head off at that point in time to continue later. Yeah, that's fair. So you guys get there, you have your suites, organize them as you wish.
And Gon will spit out all of the all of the nutrient bricks in a bowl or something. Put it on up on a shelf somewhere, a lower shelf which you can reach, of course.
So, how are we divvying these up? Who's with who?
We are 6 people, and there are 3 suites. I say 2 in each. Yes. So, I think me and Brig will take one.
All right, but who else is going with you?
What do you mean, who else? I said me and Bree on one.
So yeah, you and Bree in one bed, and who's in the other bed?
If you're counting Bree, there's 7 of us.
No, not one in one bed. I in one bed and he in one bed.
Counting Bree, there's 7 of us.
Okay, but who's gonna sleep in the other bed in your suite?
No, I said I sleep in one and Bree sleep in 2.
He doesn't sleep. He just charges in a dock.
Look, I'll take a couch. How's that sound?
It would be more inconvenient to put him in the bed than to plug him into a wall socket.
This entire conversation is inconvenient.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you created him. So you know best. Of course.
I understand how a drone works.
Do you know how he works? Do you know?
How does he recharge?
Have you seen his innards?
Little man, tell me about it.
Have you seen the
Break
program?
it down for me. We'll find a blackboard and some chalk.
In space,
If
there
you
is
let
no
him
chalk.
have more time to
You don't know
explain it,
that.
he's probably going to convince you.
So, now that that's been resolved,
I'm either just gonna take a room and whoever decides to shack with Rod shacks with Rod, or I'm gonna shack with Gon, and I'm gonna kick that fucking robot out of my bed.
Just
it
be
makes
difficult.
sense.
This is where
I
we turn
will
to
stay
friends.
with whoever wishes that me to. I don't have any preferences, though I do like Gone.
You should stay with Gon then. He's got a free bed. And then I walk into another room.
I guess we're stuck together, eh? Big guy, come.
Yes, you can help me eat all of those in your backpack.
Yes. We split it in 3.
Only now did Yudah realize that we're 6 counting Bree. And so it all checks out. But with the logic of what's forming right now, one of us gets their own room. And as as Rod already went into one room, go into the other room.
That means Sophie gets to either have her own room, gets to have her pick of who
No,
she's
she
staying with.
doesn't get her own room either way. It's either Rod or Yudah gets their own room.
That's why I
Rod
pulled
is
the
kind of
trigger now.
brash. Yudah's a little more laid back. So she'll go with the Jedi.
There we go. It finally happened. We got to play a game where Colin didn't fall in love with me.
By the time you get into
Where-
Yudah's
oh.
couch.
You mean where so far no character, whether NPC or not, has fallen in love with you?
Well, no, because
Everyone
last
knows
time
when we
I
played
was
the
a
other one.
robot and he was a roboticist, and then it was Magpie and the fox.
I fall in love with you every time I see your picture, Kane.
Oh,
Oh, you.
Don't.
Wasn't there also a few different one shots we did where we hated each other? At least one. Like the candy one. We
well,
were
that
trying to
doesn't
kill
count.
each
I
other
was
the
playing the villain.
Well, I don't know. Villain is the wrong word for that one because I mean you were the antagonist maybe because the people after you weren't exactly the best
Yeah.
guys either.
I was at worst the other guy.
I mean, you did try to steal a super secret recipe for toffee. So,
I took a candy recipe.
secret candy recipe.
Well,
I would have blown those toffees out of the water with my pies that never got cold.
I wonder what kind of TV they have in space.
They don't. They got lasers
kind of-
that
What kind of schneef they have in space?
uh,
You gonna hoover some schneef?
they've got lasers that built into the toilets that sanitize your butt or something like that.
Oh, laser bidet? I'm not into it.
The closest shave you'll ever get.
I was gonna say everybody's got a hairless ass in the future.
The laser spot like a net from the Incredible.
There you go.
Gon would like to take the flight suit and make a smaller size of it, so he needs to make engineering check for that. DC 12. Oh, look.
I think that's plenty.
He's got a flight suit. Like, extra small.
Yep. That should likely work. You probably have enough materials to do that with.
All right, so we sleep tonight to rejuvenate ourselves, and we will start out in the morning.
What on earth is Yudah watching?
Sports.
Interdimensional television.
He's not really watching it. He's just asleep on the couch. It's the
He's had a
first
long
time he's
trip.
felt truly comfortable since he left the shuttle. Like,
He's
nothing-
watching interdimensional TV. Interdimensional cable, I should say.
Yep.
Weird sports.
Sophia will turn it off and walk into one of the rooms and lock the door behind her.
When you turn it off, he kind of stirs and is like, I was watching that. And he didn't even see who did it. Now he's convinced the room is haunted. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I guess we're not technically broadcasting as of right now, but for those who wish to follow us, it is the IOPC on Twitter, Twitch, and the In a Planar Crossroads on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah. Thank you all, travelers, and we'll see you next time. Anybody have something to say at the end of it?
Thanks for
Join us next time for our next exciting adventure in space!